Starting off with Libra. It's 38 degrees in the UK. I don't know what's going on. Hi Natalia. Hola. Us Brits, we don't need to go abroad anymore, oh my god. Hi CB. Cool showers, feet in buckets of water. Ice lollies. And coffee ghiaccio. Okay, spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Libra's highest good. How is Libra feeling in this third week of July 2025 with regards to one they're thinking about, dealing with or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Libra's feeling first of all. Okay, so we've got the Wheel of Fortune. That is really nice. That's upright, okay? So you are coming into a period of good luck, Libra. Now, I want to read out the mythology behind these Star Brights tarot cards, okay? The Wheel of Fortune, let's have a look. Right, so this represents a pendulum clock that counts time, never stopping and always moving forward. Pendulum clocks were used to help astronomers keep track of the position of the stars. Like the Wheel of Fortune, the pendulum clock completes one cycle after the other, with its clock hands going up and down, reminding you life will always have its ups and downs. The spiritual meaning of the clock represents life cycles and the importance of living in the present and focusing on your spiritual journey. We experience different life cycles, and like the clock and the wheel, they remind us to embrace change. Turning points can occur, and numerology also plays a role in giving you important messages from the divine when specific times happen, like saying 1111, which means you are aligned with your life's purpose. This card tells you to believe in your destiny. The universe is taking care of you in the best way possible. Also try practicing the law of attraction. So this is the time, guys. If you get the Wheel of Fortune upright, you need to put in your orders. It's like a menu, okay? You've got to decide what it is that you want. That's nice. Sorry, I was just looking at the chat. This is the time to say, Spirit, this is what I want. I want a house in this location. I want a person with these qualities, okay? We can't ask for a specific person, but we can say what qualities we want. We can decide what it is that we want and ask out loud, okay? Angels can't interfere unless you ask them to. And this is your time, okay? The universe is saying put in your order now. Something you've done, the universe has decided that you're due some good luck, Libra, okay? I don't answer individual questions, okay? I do readings by sign. They're collective readings by zodiac sign. I'm on the sign of Libra right now. I'm going all the way through to Pisces and zodiac order. If you want any of the first 6 signs, you need to go to the last live. I don't answer individual questions in the live. You have to watch your sign or the sign of your person, okay? Temperance, the Hanged Man, the 9 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, Temperance is about managing our emotions. The Hanged Man, it's about sacrifice, so letting go of old ways, trying to see things from a new perspective, okay? The 9 of Swords is anxiety, fear. It's a lot of worry, sitting up at night worrying, being all up in your head. The 4 of Wands is the 1111 card. The 4 of Wands is like, it's when you have a union, okay, or a public relationship and everyone's happy about it, and you're living together in a house, that you're making a future together in a serious way. I don't answer individual questions, they're collective readings, so you just watch your sign or the sign of your person, and you have to follow that narrative. If you want a personal reading, you have to pay for it. It should still resonate. So the links, the High Priestess, is about using all of your instincts, seeing what's in the dark, what's not illuminated. Okay, following your intuition, your spiritual guidance. The Knight of Wands is being impulsive, passionate, hot-headed, spontaneous. Libra, I think you feel that this is your time to make moves towards your future happiness. Let's look at the Greek mythology behind these major arcana, because you've got the Temperance, the Hanged Man, and the High Priestess. There's some fear and some anxiety, but you're trying to follow your intuition. Okay, so the Temperance. Okay, the background behind this card is, well, Sagittarius is the ruler, Latin for archer. It's a centaur, half human, half horse, with the body of a horse and the torso of a man. Drawing a bow aimed towards Scorpius, its neighbouring constellation, it can represent a Sumerian origin. Pabilsaj, representing the god of war and hunting, who was illustrated as a centaur-like archer with wings. It's also known to portray Crotus, a satyr known for being a great hunter and the inventor of archery. He lived on Mount Helicon and was Pan's son. Crotus loved the muses and the arts, and it's also said to have invented applause, as he would clap his hands when the muses sang. The muses asked Zeus to place him in the sky. As a fire sign, Sagittarius is attracted to new ideas, passionate, adventurous, and opportunistic. Represented by the centaur, the archer uses his arrow to dream big and aim high. Like the Temperance card, the Centaur, Sagittarius desires to be in an enlightened and balanced state of being in order to pursue their goals. The cup slowly pouring water from one cup to the other symbolises the moderation, harmony and love that you need in your life. So when the Temperance card comes out, we're trying to find balance in order to pursue our goals. And I did say that what came out afterwards was the Four of Wands, and that's about stability within the home, building a solid future. 4 is a stable number, okay? The 4 walls to a house, the 4 legs to a chair. Now, the Hanged Man is ruled by Lupus, the Latin for wolf. This constellation is associated with 2 possible Greek myths. One part of the constellation, Centaurus, it would represent the mythical creature holding the wolf towards an altar, constellation Ara, to sacrifice the animal as an offer to the gods. The second myth is said to represent King Lycaon of Arcadia, who offered a plate of food mixed with human flesh to Zeus. Ew. Discovering what Lycaon had done, Zeus transformed him into a wolf. To ancient Greeks, Lupus represented a wild animal. To the Romans, it was a beast, and to the Babylonians, it was a mad dog. Looking for another perspective, the animal wolf symbolises loyalty, protection, family instincts, and wildness. Wolves have determination, adaptability, and have the endurance and strength to make some sacrifices when faced with difficult decisions. In the wild, they face challenges, but they persevere to find new ways to survive. Like the Hanged card, if you don't feel balanced with yourself and your environment, act differently and explore new perspectives. Like wolves, people are meant to move and not to feel stuck. Okay, so that is like the long way of saying this about finding a new perspective, but I like the Greek mythology behind it. It's nice. So we're finding balance. We don't feel at one with where we are and what we're doing. Okay, so we're trying to pursue our goals. It all makes sense, you know, this Knight of Wands energy. Maybe where you currently are, like, you're very anxious about that. Now, the High Priestess. It's ruled by the lynx because it comes from the term meaning light and lunar, associated with the divine lunar energies. Lynx is a wild cat known for its incredible eyesight, independence, insight, and beauty. It can find any prey from a very far distance. That's why astronomer Hevelius linked it to a group of fainted stars, because it would require the eyesight of a lynx to be able to observe these stars. This mysterious animal can sense things and see through whatever is hidden. In shamanism, it represents the keeper of secrets. Some call the lynx the silent witness because it has incredible night vision, remarkable hearing, and outstanding instincts. The lynx's large ears suggest heightened psychic senses, particularly the ability for clairaudience. Like the High Priestess card, use your intuition to guide you through the unseen like a lynx. It is time to develop your natural psychic abilities and expand your mind. Ooh. Yeah, that's the third eye right there, isn't it? So oh, that makes sense. Okay, so the Nine of Swords is like, I'm afraid, but I can navigate what's ahead. I can do it. Yeah. Let's get one more for Libra's feelings. The Ace of Swords, some sort of breakthrough, some sort of major revelation, confession, clarity. The Ace of Swords is like clearing the fog. Okay, I understand now. I know what I want now. I'm going to tell someone what I need now. Right, let's see who's showing up in your energy. Who is it that you're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in the future? Right, we've got the Queen of Swords. So this could be a spouse, but an ex-spouse. Okay, so the Five of Cups. You could be getting bothered by someone who you've recently divorced or you're in the process of separating from. You see, the Five of Cups is the sense of loss. Okay, so the cups are spilled. It's a card of grief, sadness, loss, regret. The Queen of Swords is someone that tells the truth. Okay, it's air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's about using intelligence, being strategic, telling the truth, dealing with legalities. It would only be natural that you would sever ties after the Five of Cups, because when the Five of Cups happens, it's done. You know, there's a lot of sadness, a lot of regrets. This is the challenge. Okay, can someone let go? The Hierophant. Okay, so the Hierophant is someone that's very learned. They know lots of things due to experience, life experience. Okay, they've learned a lot of harsh lessons, and because of that, they want to teach others. Let's get some information about the Hierophant. I know what the Hierophant means, but I just want to see the mythology behind it. Oh, here it is. Taurus is Latin for bull. It's associated with Zeus. When he transformed into a white bull to get the attention of the Phoenician princess Europa, Zeus instructed his son Hermes to take the king's cattle towards Europa. Disguised as a bull, Zeus mingled with the cattle. When Europa saw the beautiful bull, she glazed. She hopped on the bull's back, and the bull swam across the Mediterranean Sea, arriving at Crete's island. Zeus revealed his identity, seduced Europa, and gave presents that included a dog, later known as the constellation Cani Major. They also had a son, Minos. Ruled by Venus, Taurus are known for their seduction and elegance, these traits that Zeus uses to attract who he desires. Like the Hierophant card representing an established practice and holding a position of power, Zeus was a practical god. Whatever he wanted, he would get it, and an authority figure who ruled the gods of Mount Olympus. Taurus is a grounded sign that likes the finer things and is associated with earth. Be grounded when reflecting and exploring your priorities and spiritual ideas. So, someone is in the frame of mind, okay, that they are going to get what it is that they want. They're determined to seduce. Okay, they're trying to be practical and grounded, but they've got like this new sense of ambition, okay, confidence, composure. Thank you for the likes, thank you. Much appreciated. Thank goodness the wind's picked up, guys. There was no wind today. And it's just started in this last 20 minutes. Unbearable. Okay. The Queen of Wands. Someone. How do I put it? Someone's feeling attractive, seductive. The Queen of Wands can be the other man, the other woman, but it doesn't have to be. I don't see anything to do with third parties here. It's Sagittarian energy. It's being, you know, fiery, goal-orientated, assertive, confident, almost arrogant, right? Going for what you want, hunting down, flirting. Right, I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, so this person, this has been showing up in quite a lot of your readings this year, Libra, and with the Hierophant and the Queen of Wands, you know, there's definitely like a heavy seductive energy. There's a lot of fire and earth following those, you know, that air and that water. So let's see what's in the outcome. To go from the Queen of Swords to the Queen of Wands is quite a change. Right, we've got a King of Cups. Let me just have a look back at your cards. You had the Knight of Wands. Okay. The Ace of Wands. The Nine of Wands. The Six of Cups. The Knight of Cups. The World card and the Full Moon. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy with the King of Cups. A very patient energy, kind, generous of heart. The Ace of Wands is excitement for a new beginning. Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, prepared to keep on going, despite all the challenges. The Six of Cups is soulmate energy. Nostalgia, wanting to either reunite in this life or another. It's when you feel like you've known someone all your life because you have known them for years. You've built up that sense of like knowing each other like family, you know. The World card is completion of a cycle. Better days are coming. Okay, it's about understanding that life is full of ups and downs. The full moon is strong emotion, high emotion, reflection. So whose energy is this? So I just closed the door because they've got the telly on really loud. I've got... Right, I'm going to pull some more cards and then I'll decide who that is. Didn't the Wheel of Fortune say it was about completions of cycles? It could be your energy. And you have got the Knight of Wands. I think you're looking for a soulmate energy. I think you're so ready for brand new. And it looks like your exes as well. Two of Wands. There's a choice that needs to be made. This is the planning phase. Where to next, A or B? Should I stay or should I go? Which person do I choose? Which plan do I choose? Okay, we've got the Magician, the Four of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Someone's manifesting a solid future here. The Four of Pentacles is the miser. It's being determined to conserve wealth. It's a sense of being possessive. The King of Pentacles is someone who's grounded, practical, a solid provider. Very generous as well. The love language is to gift. This is what you're trying to manifest, Libra. Someone who's solid, dependable, loyal, generous. The Knight of Cups is someone that... It's a very romantic energy, the Knight of Cups. That's like... That's wanting to date with a view to falling in love. Looking for a soulmate. Let's look at the World card because that might help. Okay, so the Greeks knew this constellation as a wreath, not a crown. Okay, Corona Australis. Possibly made with myrtle leaves, the wreath is a circular symbol of victory, celebration, honour, and eternal life. In pagan rituals in Europe, the wreaths were associated with fertility and the changing seasons. Like the world card, the wreath symbolises success, representing a continuous cycle of achievements and fresh starts. Oh, that's why they wear a crown on top of their head when they graduate in Italy then. They wear a laurel wreath, don't they? And go through the town when they graduate from uni. In Greek mythology, the myth most associated is of Dionysus, the Olympian god of wine, pleasure, and festivity. He was the son of Zeus and Semele, princess of Thebes. After successfully rescuing his mother from the underworld and Hades, the god placed the wreath in the sky as a symbol of finally being able to save his mother, ending a chapter and moving on to new. Dionysus then took his mother to Mount Olympus, where Semele became the goddess Thyone. Like Dionysus, you will feel a sense of fulfillment and a completion of a successful cycle where you can also give back to the world. Oh, that's lovely. That's really nice. Yeah, definitely. This is so done. I think it's mutual in the outcome. Right, we've got some major arcana, so we've got the Magician as well. This is a time to manifest what you want, okay? It's time to ask the universe, I want a person with these qualities. I want to live in a place with these qualities. I want a workplace, you know, where I can do this kind of task. Let's have a look at the myth behind the Magician. Yeah, altars. The Ara constellation altars are where people manifest their intentions and desires and manipulate energy, tools and elements to get what they want. You see the pentacle, the cup, the ace and the wand. These are the 4 aces in the tarot deck. It's also where you can offer gifts to the gods, either to please them or to hope they will help you with your issues or wishes. Like the Magician card, the altar will manifest your wishes into reality. Ara was a unique altar because the gods themselves used it. One of the most important Greek myths was the War of the Titans. The clash was between Zeus and Cronus and other titans that ruled the universe. This was a crucial battle, so before it happened, Zeus and his allies set up an altar and vowed in front of it, manifesting their intentions to defeat Cronus. They have the power and the resources to make it possible. And that's what the Magician card is about. Connect with the divine, speak clearly and confidently about what you want. Use your energy, skills and tools and take action to make your dreams come true. That's you manifesting. After Zeus's victory, he placed the altar in the sky as Ara in gratitude for beating Cronus. Okay, so this is the sense of willpower and building that future, that security. See all the pentacles. This is investments of time, money, and energy. I think there's an intention to become really financially secure. Okay, let's clarify what's going on with them. The one that's showing up in your reading. It looks to be like an ex-spouse. Why have they got the Five of Cups, please? Why have they got the Five of Cups? They could have Taurus in their chart because we've got the Hierophant. They could have Sagittarius or any fire in their chart because they got the Queen of Wands. But they don't have to. Why have they got the Five of Cups? Why are they grieving? Why have they got regrets? Okay, so they feel like their attitude was very much out of sync with yours. They could have been a late bloomer, someone who comparatively was immature compared to you. There might have been some sort of age gap or, yeah, just being very, very different. Oh, did they get mixed up? Hang on. Okay, I don't know why this came out, but it says destroyed, shattered, broken, completely ruined. Well, that'll do it for you with the Five of Cups. I think they've accepted that some sort of immaturity was involved in the destruction of this union. Someone's wild at heart. A desire for freedom leads to running away again. Lone path, needing to take time out or be on your own for a while. Devotion blooms, nurture both blossoms and thorns with tenderness. Clouded vision, recognise and discuss red flags or areas of concern. It's like one person's devoted and the other one, you know, is running off. Look at this late bloomer card, and then you've got wild at heart. Lone path, devotion blooms, clouded vision. It's almost like a narrative, that, isn't it? I've never seen anything like that before. It's like someone was just like this free spirit, and then they didn't expect to meet someone. And they fell in love, and it just confused everything. It changed the course of everything. And everything got confusing. Kicked to the curb. They feel like they were kicked to the curb by someone that's wild at heart. They feel like they were viewed as outdated, discarded, outdated, irrelevant, old news. Wow. That's really not nice. Let's get the unspoken truth. Are you wild at heart, Libra? The Libras I know are wild at heart. Your past shapes you, but it doesn't define you. Wow. Someone's breaking free out of these shackles. I think this is both sides, to be honest. Whoever the free spirit is wants to be free again, and whoever felt kicked to the curb doesn't want to be in that emotion anymore, you know? I'm going to let that crown the reading because I feel like that's poignant. These are no contact cards. Tears. When I think about you, I cry. Oh God, that's a bit depressing. Sorry. That's awful. Let's get you some advice, Libra. Oh my God, look at this. Release. Your advice is to let go. Okay, let go of this. Just get away from it. Let go of the past. Let go of any regrets, any getting clouded or foggy. And just let it go now. It's time to release it. I think that's advice for them as well. If you're a cross watcher, you don't want to be in this energy of feeling kicked to the curb. You need to let that go now. Release the person, Release them back into the wild if they want to run around and do that. Who are you to stop them, Someone will come along who finds you to be home, I can't think of anything worse than trying to be with someone that I know doesn't want to be with me. I think that's like appalling, and I think that can only reflect back to you that you're worth very little, and that's not the case for anyone. Tangerine. Okay, so tangerine is a good essential oil to rub on yourself. You can put it in a diffuser, you can have it in a moisturizer, you can take supplements, you can cook with tangerine. Okay, so this is something that would be really beneficial to you right now. It energizes you and causes balance. That's what you were looking for with that Sagittarian energy, the temperance. That's really good advice. Thank you, Spirit. So we're breaking out of old habits with the Hanged Man energy. Finding a place where we feel at one with our environment, not, like we're surplus to requirements or we don't fit in. We're breaking free, okay, from the shackles. Let's get you some, I was going to say major arcana, then that makes absolutely no sense. Let's get you some positive affirmations. I ate a bite of my dinner and I cannot function now. Like, I'm just very distracted. I'm a Taurus, okay, so I want my dinner now. I am surrounded by supportive and loving people. I am surrounded by supportive and loving people. This is a positive affirmation that both of you could do with saying out loud, okay? There's another one. Oh, there's another 2 or 3. I am grateful for the many blessings in my life. I am capable of achieving my dreams and aspirations. I am grateful for my unique talents and abilities. Okay, everyone has something to offer. Everyone has something different that other people don't have. Okay, so celebrate being you. Be confident that you have got what it takes to have the life that you want, whatever that looks like. I really like those cards. Okay, take care, Libra. If you liked this reading, if you found it helpful, comforting, enjoyable, entertaining, please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna stop to eat my dinner and then I'll come back on to do the rest of the signs.